Now, before we get going, we want to give your PDA an opportunity to unload a little bit, and I want everybody to do a soft reset. And the reason for that is we're opening up a lot of programs, and some of them are sticking in the memory, and it's going to slow us down. So if you just tap the button in the back, we're going to practice soft resetting right now. Just tap it and push it, and you'll see your screen cycle through. This will dump everything out of memory and speed us up for images. Question? In the very back, there's a little hole. You take your stylet. There's a label over it. Just stick it right through the label. Sorry. All of these have been soft reset because I have reset all of these, so the whole you should see it. No, this is a Windows-based system, so this does not interact with Mac very well. Unlike Palm, which is sort of a neutral territory, this is designed for interacting with Windows-based systems. And when we do some file management, you'll see the real power of this when we start moving some images around. Other quick questions before we move on? Oh, only if you see your thing slowing down. I just know that the AJCC chews up a lot of memory, and so I wanted a soft reboot so we could get on to the next fun part of the course. Now, question. You can merge them into one big file. What I would do is merge them on your PC first, and then download the whole thing to your PDA. No, it'll only give you your personal one. It won't give you the entire directory of the Active Directory from the Exchange server. It'll give you your contacts. So when you have special contacts that you put in Outlook that are not on the main hospital directory, those are the ones that go down. Now these are what we're going to work with now is something called ebooks. And these are electronic books that are designed to be read and viewed on your PDA. And ebooks are kind of cool. And Jason Levine, our Sages webmaster, has done something what I think is particularly cool, is he's given us all of the oral presentation abstract. Anyway, so this is the Sages 2004 abstracts, and we have one for posters. So we have a couple of things on here, and we're going to go to the go-to, and let's go to the table of contents. And what we have, starting on page 7, is all of the abstracts for the entire meeting right here on your PDA. And I think you scroll around. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this, so we're not just doing the one on page. We'll go to, I don't know, pick something on maybe page 10 or anything you like. And then this is a hot link, and we're going to click on this, and it takes you right to the abstract. Oh, I'm sorry. If you go down to these page numbers, I'll go back to the table of contents for you. You see down here around the 7, you have a left and a right button. Tap on these left and right buttons. I'm just clicking right at the move forward. We're just tapping on the forwards, or you could go backwards. We're just scrolling through the pages, and then I double tap on that. And we have laparoscopic adrenalectomy, 100 resections. And then you can use those same scrolling mechanism, and you can scroll through all the pages of the oral presentation. Now the nice thing about this is that you can do tables, although this is blown up a little bit big. You can probably read it better on your PDA. Some of the things are a little small. And if you scroll through, eventually you'll come to a abstract that has a photograph, because the photographs come through. And when we do the break, if you want to sit and scroll through the abstract section of the oral presentation section. But this is a very, very powerful tool that we've made available. We'll go back to our library. And you can use this for a variety of functions. So you can look at the poster presentation the same way. Click on it. You get the Sages logo. Use the go-to. table of contents, and using the same scrolling mechanism, down at the bottom, you can pick something. Poster of distinction, number 001, and read through that. So here you can have the entire abstract database. You can use it after the meeting to read things and take a look at that you didn't have a chance, and it's a valuable tool. But it's not that hard to do. This is not an amazingly difficult thing to work with. I'll show you one that I made to show you how easy it is. I made a short one called bowel obstruction. So let's click on bowel obstruction. Made it in Microsoft Word. And let's double click on that. And here's one. Here's one that I made with just a couple of pictures, creating this, and I'll talk about how we created it in a minute. But here's a picture of a lap cholinocirrhotic, and we're clipping a varix. And you can easily do this, and I'll show you how to do this in a moment. You can then advance, and you can digitize, advance 2. Let me go backwards. Okay. And you can digitize X-rays. And question. The reader is just designed for these ebooks. Pocket Word is for Word documents. This isn't a Word document. This is an ebook. And I'll show you how we get there from one to another in a minute. In every little clinic room that you have, you can sit down, and you don't want little tiny things, but using large pictures, you can sit down with your ebook, which is very easy to make, and do this. So it's really very, very easy to do. Now, in addition to making little ebooks, it turns out that there's a whole culture I'm going to go right back to it. If I can. I'm going to go to the library. And I'm going to open up what is, we'll go to the Declaration of Independence. It turns out there are thousands and thousands of ebooks available for free on the web. Now you can download these for money from Amazon.com, but it turns out that there have been thousands and thousands of ebooks loaded, so you could take all types of documents free of charge. This is the Declaration of Independence that we've made available to you, and that this is a very powerful resource. Now I put some other things on there, and on the CD I picked a couple other books. For instance, on your Pocket PC, if you want to fool around with it at the break, is actually H.G. Wells' The Time Machine that we downloaded for free, legally, from the University of Virginia, which has made it its business to digitize thousands of books. It's not current fiction, but many, many classics. And so you can use this tool to do meeting abstracts. You can use this tool to create office materials for your patients. And you just as easily, you can use this tool to read. Yes. Absolutely. You can beam that file. How do you do that? Well, the same way we did it in the contact manager, we'll do some more beaming at the end, is you'd highlight on the file, select tools, and beaming will be an object. So one of the powers of this system is you can select it, use it as a tool, and you can beam it. So there's a lot of power to this. As Bill said, you can be sitting in the back of the conference room, be watching the talk, and do some annotations to the abstract that you can take back with you to the office. Question? This is the standard. There's a card in the back, so I put files on the SD card. So I try to move everything I can off the main Pocket PC. My personal card has 500 megs on it, and I've only used so little of it. These ebooks take up very, very, very small amount of space. So you put most of your other stuff on cards and not on the PC itself? Yeah, I move all the the databases, the ebooks, the SD cards, photographs. A lot of it I moved off. It just helps the Pocket PC run faster. And you can buy gigantic cards. Memory is really not a problem anymore. I mean, memory is really pretty simple and straightforward to do. Now, let's say you want to create an ebook. Let's turn to page 18. And the steps to it are listed on page 18. You want to create your material, and it's the easiest thing to do is to do it in Microsoft Word, as you saw. And then you want to convert it to an ebook and transfer it. Now you say, well, I can make things in Microsoft Word. How do I convert it to an ebook? If you look at the link where it says go to www.microsoft.com, on your CD, that's an active link. So if you, at the end of the course, if you decide that you want to do this at home, you pop your CD in, you find this page, page 18, you click the link, and that will take you to the Microsoft download page and give you a file called WordRMR, execute. And that's a little add-in program for Microsoft Word. As you can see on the bottom half of page 18, you can see the files that I made that, for the ebook that you saw, and I just entitled it Small Bowel Obstruction. You can see the content that I created. That's a screenshot of Microsoft Word. And if you follow the arrows, after you add in this little conversion program, you click it. And the add-in program will automatically convert your content to this LIT file, this ebook content file. It takes 30 seconds. Then you say, okay, I've got my file. Now what do I do? And so we're going to transfer it. We're going to show you some power for some of these of why Pocket PC right now. And to show you how really very simple and straightforward it is to do this on your Windows-based device, I'm going to open up a My Computer screen. And one of the things you see on the My Computer screen that's really very cool is look at the bottom here on the screen, is that your mobile device will show up as a drive in this format. So I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to open up and look through the Pocket PC. So now I'm looking through the Pocket PC on the desktop. And I'm going to go click on My Pocket PC. That's how you get there. And I'm going to go click on the SD card. So these are all the same files. Now just for fun, I'm going to see if I have something that's not already in there and show you how easy it is to move things. There's a graffiti picture. I'm going to just take this graffiti picture off my desktop and drag and drop it. It's going to say you may need to convert. That's okay. So I'm dragging and dropping it right off my desktop to my computer, and bang, all of a sudden, this graffiti thing, if through the magic of continuous connection, graffiti better show up here. So is this our future, the digital age? So you can move the file that you make using your Pocket PC just as a drive, drag and drop, and put it in your PDA. Because we've got these things hooked up to a laptop for a presentation, we're really driving these processors very hard, a lot harder than you would in your normal course of events. All right. Now, so the ebook is really a lot of fun. You can use it at night. You can work it in your practice. You can drag and drop to it. You can create documents very quickly in Microsoft Word and use the conversion program. I've included the conversion program itself on the CD. So if you don't want to go through the website and explore, you can just do it right from your CD and download it, and you can make these books. Any questions about ebooks? I should have soft reset mine when I told you to soft reset yours. There are Adobe readers available for the PDA, and you can drag and drop these in there. I haven't seen a PDF file that works with the reader unless you have. Have you seen it?
No, but if you have a PDF Adobe reader,
You can just pull them over.
then you can look at PDF files.
Yeah.
Transfer them the same way.
Yeah, Adobe makes a PDF reader, and you can just drag and drop them to your card or onto your main memory, and you can do it from there. Ebooks are very easy to do, and take an opportunity to look through the meeting guide, and you can get back to it after the meeting. Now, there are so many things that you can do with your PDA. So we're going to go to Start, and if you look on your menu, you'll see the Go MD option on your Start menu. So let's go to Go MD, demo version. Now, the purpose of this section is to show you how to use your PDA as a dictation tool. And as our disclaimer says on the first page of our workbook, we're not here to sell, advertise, promote any individual program. There are different programs that can do this. This is an example of how you might use a PDA in an advanced function in your office practice. So after you tap the Go MD screen, it takes you to the main screen, and without using any passwords, you can just log in. So what this product allows you to do is, using connections with your hospital server, you can connect your SMS system, your enterprise system, and it can load your patient list into your PDA. So you can walk into clinic with these things already running, already loaded in, and as you dictate or as you do a visit, you can come in, you can look at somebody like Raymond Blum, and you can get all of the information, his ID, these are all fictitious patients, and you can do that. Now, let's say you take somebody like Robin Byrne, and for you it'll be a new patient, and we'll bring somebody up and we'll dictate. So let's go to Edit, New Visit. And so for the new visit, is everybody on Edit and New Visit? We'll get back to the screen. I'll show you how we got there. So from the Visits screen, not the Sign Report, so you'd be on Visits, Edit, New Visit. That gives us this screen. Is anybody not on this screen? Okay. So we'll put in an ID, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll give them a last name. And we'll find him. And he won't exist because he's not in the system. So it'll just accept him as a new patient. It's looking on mine. They don't see him. So they say, fine, he's a new patient you just met in the hallway, so let's dictate. Click the dictation button. Now, working from your Pocket PC, you can use this literally as a dictaphone. So the way you use it as a dictaphone is you tap the red button, and now you can start talking. This is a dictation on my new patient who I've just seen for abdominal pain. And then hit the stop button. You then go back to the beginning of the file, and you hit the play button. This is my new patient. All right. So when you find out that you don't have any speakers, let's go to the settings. So you go to Start, Settings, Sounds and Notification, and the system is set for silent. How useful for a workshop course. So we'll make it loud and tap OK. And then get rid of that screen by Xing it out. Now we'll go to the beginning of the file. And now you can start talking. This is a dictation on my new patient who I've just All right, let's take a moment and let's try a little office dictation. Make sure that you turn your sound on so you won't stand in the front of the room and look like an idiot. And let's practice using your PDA as a dictaphone. Now, some PDA models, the buttons will do the on and off for the dictation. So depending on what model you buy, some of these are really set up already to be a dictaphone. This particular model, you need to tap the screens, but you could customize the buttons on the front of your screen to become dictation buttons if you use this routinely as a tool. I'll show you, I'll talk about what you do with it when you're done in a second. Is anybody still having trouble getting some voice files into their PDA? Oh, that one may be broken. Some of these have been used many times. Go to the beginning of the file. Hit the beginning of file. So the rewind function is to go to the beginning of the file after you dictate, and then you can play again. Now you can start talking. This is a dictation on my new patient who I've just seen for abdominal pain. Did that fix their problem, Alex? Yeah, some of these have been used over and over again in many courses, so that it may not be working. Anybody else having trouble dictating? All right. So now, as you can see from mine, if you're synced into your hospital system, and we'll log off after we finish. I'll just log off to get back to the main screen. Okay. As you can see, you could be attaching dictations to your entire patient list. And you can be dictating in the hallway, you can be dictating in the clinic, you could be dictating in your car. The short answer is yes, but you wouldn't do it with dictaphone software. You could use other software that uses the voice recorder and feed that through Dragon. Absolutely. You could come up with other models that are smaller than enterprise solutions using a different software to access the voice recorder and send it right to Dragon. There are conduits for that. So you don't need an expensive solution. The difference between Dragon and Dragon Medical and these Dragons are that the surgery database is even more finely retuned for surgery than even Dragon Medical, which is more finely retuned than Dragon that you buy off the shelf. So if you're going to really do this professionally, you have to spend a little bit of money to get the better voice recognition files. Other questions? $0.03 a line. So we're paying for dictation. We didn't, instead of buying all the hardware and the server and spending money to put the software at our hospital, we, bought the PDAs, and it was all included in the package. They set it up for us and they charge us 3 cents a line.
And your transcriptionists do the correction?
No, they do it all. They do it all there. In this pilot project now. We haven't fired our secretaries, but in the pilot project.
Do you still have to prove your own dictations then, or are they pretty much?
Everything I've proved has been perfect. Has been perfect. I've yet to find an error because it's 97% voice recognition and 3 to 5% human factor to clean it up. And so when they clean it up, they're listening to the voice file the same way your secretary used to, but because it's already done, it's much faster than typing.
This is somebody who does it, this is somebody outside.
Right.
Your secretary.
Right.
So when you got rid of your transcriptions, how much money did your office save? Do you know this?
Well, we haven't been doing this very long, so we haven't projected our yearly cost, but at 12 cents a line, it adds up. 12 cents a line is a lot of money if you do a fair amount of dictation.
If you have in-house transcriptionists, it may not be 12 cents a line, right?
If you have in-house, then you would have to work out a different formula. Sending it completely off-site gives us no hardware costs, and we just do it right from here. So it's pretty interesting. Linear, dictaphone, but what we wanted to show is an opportunity of what's available, of how you could use your Pocket PC for something more than just a contact manager. What we'd like to do is take an opportunity to take a break. The exhibits and the coffee are downstairs. You're free to stay and play and look at the ebooks. We'll come back to the room in 20 minutes at about 10 of, and we'll continue on with databases, which is really going to be very exciting, and how you can use these in your office practice.